Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to all of the Geminis out there. If you are a Gemini sun, moon, rising, or north node, this is your tarot reading for the upcoming month of November. And in case anybody is interested, I will be using the Star Tarot deck. So let's see what November has in store for all of you Geminis out there. This is very interesting, and I don't know if you guys could see after it was sped up, half of the deck fell out and like flipped over in the middle of that. So there's a lot of energy you guys are going to be feeling in the month of November, I think. And these cards kind of denote the same thing. It's a very, very interesting dynamic. So we had High Priestess reverse, the World upright, Ten of Pentacles reverse, and the Empress on the bottom of the deck, and the Ten of Cups under the Empress, which I think wants to be out here. So automatically, especially with the Ten of Pentacles and the High Priestess reverse, you are moving away from tradition. And it's almost like you are finding your power by moving away from tradition. And maybe I'll use organized religion as an example. It's very much giving like you were taught this fundamental truth at a very young age before you were even close to being out of an age to contemplate or ask questions or delineate, like you weren't even able to question your own beliefs before you had this belief kind of shoved down your throat, and you went your whole life believing this until something disrupted that system, ultimately proving to you this is not what I believe. And you decided to kind of burn those foundations for yourself down. It's not like you're disrespecting the culture or religion as a whole, but you recognize this does not work for me, and it's actually been taking my power away for way too long. So now you are moving away from tradition. It's like moving from Christianity to witchcraft in that way, where you are no longer giving your power away to some sort of higher god that has all of the answers. You're taking the power into your own hands. And through that you are finding power in your own subconscious, especially, and it's an opportunity for you to revamp what success means to you with this reversed. It's you recognizing that again you've just been almost, I hesitate to use this word, but you've been taught, I'll say, you've been taught what success should be, whether that's from your parents or society or whatever. You've been taught it's supposed to look a perfect way. Perhaps it's that white picket fence idealism. It's, we have high paying jobs and two kids, one boy, one girl. We have the white picket fence. It's a monogamous marriage, like whatever it may be, that very standard cookie cutter American dream. And I'm using that as an example. You could have been taught something different, but you are recognizing you were taught this is success, but for you, success is all the way over here. Success has nothing to do with this little cookie cutter version. And you are finally coming to terms with that. And I think this is something that began before November. I think this has been a process. And November is more just like you are really discovering the power and the intuitive gifts you have. High Priestess reverse is almost like it gives like Lilith energy, like Black Moon Lilith energy, where when she's upright, she is a bit more traditional. She's the keeper of she's like the gateway between the spiritual and the physical. And she doesn't let everybody in when she's upright. It's almost like weighing your heart against a feather, that like that Egyptian mythology thing. She's almost like that, where she's like, are you worthy enough? When she's upright. When she's reversed, Lilith is like, floodgates are open, we're going through for better or for worse. And ultimately I'm getting that it's for better here, because we'll keep Lilith. I think Lilith might be trying to get out to you too, like speak out to you in a way to help you, to let her help you in this transition and in finding your deeper powers. Lilith has been trapped for so long in whatever this version of success you were taught in this cookie cutter, whether it might have been religion for some of you. I don't know why that would keep coming up if that's not the case. but she's been trapped in a cage for so long. And the second you consciously decided this isn't for me, you open that door to let her out. And now all of your unconscious fears and desires and kinks and sexuality, all of it is coming to the forefront. And it may have been scary at first, but again, I think you're already past that initial point where you're like, whoa, these floodgates are open. What is happening? Where they've been open for a while and you've been allowing this integration between your unconscious mind and your conscious waking self, and you are integrating them together. You've been doing the shadow work to integrate your shadow. You've been doing everything to go against the conditioning that brought you to believe that there was something wrong with you for these aspects of yourself. And oh God, this is juicy and beautiful. Oh my God, and poetic. I have chills. I'm getting this very clear vision, and it's almost like beyond words. But it's like it's relief and release and excitement and a knowing, a very strong knowing that this is exactly who you're supposed to be. And you are insanely powerful. Trying to figure out how to articulate this. Is that it? Just insanely powerful? Period. Period. But now the Spider-Man quote just came, with great power comes great responsibility. And I think you know that. And I think that's denoted by the Empress in the world here. I think that's denoted. Oh, both of them have butterflies. Gorgeous. And oh my God, on the Ten of Pentacles too. Does the High Priestess have a butterfly? Well, there's a butterfly on the Ten of Cups too. Oh my God, and the Three of Cups is below that, and there are butterflies on that. Oh my God, yeah. Oh, transformation, metamorphosis. This has been a long time coming, but also it's perfect timing. It's perfect timing because our spirit, everybody say hi to Nelly Belly. I say my spirit. Salon girl. Cheese. Cheese. Anyway, go to your perch. Uh, intermission. But yeah, metamorphosis. Your spirit will not push you into anything you're not yet ready for. So sometimes it takes time to get there. And you have gone through that metamorphosis. Sorry about her butthole. This is a little chaotic, but this is so Lilith. You've gone through that metamorphosis now that you have the capacity and the wisdom and the self-belief to know that you are deserving of this power. And I think that's something you are still tweaking and getting rid of the old conditioning that tells you you're not. You are deserving of this power, and you are going to use it for your own good. And I don't think you're going to use it to harm of any unless it's deserved. Really. Unless it's deserved. And in that case, you know that it's something that you almost need to be doing. And use your intuition for that. That's only going to be a small percentage of you. If you are interested in baneful magic, this is your sign to proceed down that path. If you are, if it hasn't called out to you, don't even worry about it. It's not for you. But going back, this is like so much power. And I'm going to touch on the Ten of Cups now. And I love that the Three of Cups was under the 10. And the King of Swords was under the Three of Cups. You integrating your shadow, not allowing yourself to be conditioned by these schools of thought that have been conditioning you for pretty much your whole life. You allowing yourself Nelly Belly. Hi. So anyway, you allowing yourself to release the conditionings that were put upon you by the school of thought is ultimately bringing you to more fulfillment. So it may have been scary at first. It may have been like you are breaking the foundations and you're not sure what's underneath of those foundations and you're not sure how you're going to find your way out of it. But ultimately, it's once you do, again, I think this is something you've already been going towards in general, but you're still on that path though, because a lifetime of conditioning does not get disintegrated overnight. But this is just a reminder that you are on the right path and you are doing the right thing. And with the Ten of Cups, Where you are going is leading to more fulfillment than you could have ever imagined yourself having in this other school of thought, in this conditioning that you were taught from a young age. And not only that, you are going to be connecting with your sisterhood. And again, if I'm speaking to a witch right now, if you've been looking for a coven, if you've been looking for a coven, this is a sign that you will find them and they are closer than you think and you know. And it's just about becoming more of yourself in the present moment, becoming as authentic as you can be, because the more you let your authentic beacon shine, the easier it is for your sisters to come to you, or even if it's not just sisters, for your people to come to you. So that's waiting for you there. And with the world and the Empress, there's a sense of just divine femininity, divine creativity, your ability to birth something anew. And I think what you're birthing anew is yourself. It's almost like being reborn in a way. And I love that I use Christianity as an example because it's like a baptism, but outside of religion. It's a personal thing. And if you don't want to call it a baptism, by all means call it what you want to, what resonates most with you. But that's what's coming. It's a newness. It's a sense of just it's a newness. And it's a newness that is solely defined by you. And it's a newness that is empowering you as you proceed down this path. And it's brilliant. And all of these cards are just so abundant. And I want to tap on the Ten of Pentacles reverse one more time. Just because it's reversed doesn't mean this upright energy isn't available to you. But for me, this is saying if it's reversed, restructure how you believe success looks to you. I felt the pang to emphasize that once more. But ultimately, following down this path, again, you're going to have emotional fulfillment, connection, community, togetherness, collaboration, spiritual and divine collaboration, like your soul family is coming into you, fertility, abundance, creativity, completion of an old cycle. And again, these butterflies are all over the place. Butterflies, hummingbirds. It's allow. It is a very feminine energy too that I'm getting here with the High Priestess and the Empress and the World even and the Three of Cups. It's a very feminine energy and I that's why I think Lilith is trying to come through very strongly. And again, that's not going to be for everybody. That might just be for some of you, but tap into your dark feminine, integrate that shadow because integrating your shadow rather than trying to shunt it out is going to be what helps you progress even further. And that's the thing. You don't even know the extent of your power and your path. You don't even know the extent. You can't see it because you are still you're in the process of deconditioning still. Because again, it takes time. It does take time. And I think it's important that you're patient with yourself in the process. You know, our journey of healing and coming back to ourselves, into our authentic version of ourselves is 3 steps forward, 2 steps back, 5 steps forward, 1 step back. You know, we're making forward progress, but we may stumble back a little bit. And it's in those backward stumbles that we really learn what we need to learn so we can progress forward. So just be easy on yourself because a lifetime of conditioning is a biatch to release. I'm not sure what I can say on YouTube, so it's censored. Okay. So there are still themes of deception. You may, and this goes back to what I was saying, the 5 steps forward, 3 steps back kind of thing. You may, there's a part of you that's going to want to grip onto the familiarity of your past, of the conditioning. There's a part of you that's going to want to hold on so tight to what you had previously because it's comfortable, even if in the grand scheme it was so uncomfortable living in that reality. It's comfortable sometimes for us to stay there because it's what we are used to. And this is a personal thing for me. I used to be so comfortable in the discomfort of my own anxiety that I would just like live with it until I recognized the pattern of falling back into the comfort of the discomfort. Ultimately, I was being complacent by not healing. And I think that's part of what you're going to move through. it's it's learning to let go. And it's hard. I'm not gonna lie, it is hard to release so many years of who you've been. But ultimately it's going to be for the better. And we have the tower here. It's time to let those foundations crack and fall. And in that process, I think you wanting to hold on to what was and has been is self deception. It's self deception, and you're only going to be hurting yourself in the process. And oh, I love, so we had the Two of Swords come out too. These are very similar energies, where the Two of Swords is a collaboration between the conscious and the unconscious. The Seven of Swords is trying to kill the unconscious and only let the ego drive. Because, and like the ego obviously has gotten a lot of like, the horns have been grown out, you know, that they're proud of themselves, but pride is the ultimate killer. I think, and again, Dark Moon Lilith is exactly the unconscious entity that wants to come out. So ultimately, this is your choice. Will you let yourself deceive yourself in this process, kill the unconscious, stumble backwards, go back into that conditioning, or are you going to make the choice to integrate the shadow, 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 integrate the shadow? The shadow is nothing you have to kill. Neither is the ego on that point. There are no aspects of yourself that you have to kill or destroy. It's only aspects of yourself that need to be loved and accepted and integrated. The darkest parts of yourself are divine and unique and important, and they make you who you are. Stop running from those parts of yourself, because the more you are able to integrate in a healthy way, the more you are stepping into your power, the more you are aligning to your path, the more you are becoming more authentic and sending out that authentic beacon to the world so you can find your people and find your path even more clearly. That's just what I'm getting here. And I think it's important, again, it's okay to stumble, it's okay to second guess, but ultimately keep that in mind. You don't want to kill the shadow. You don't want to kill the unconscious. You don't want to kill the ego. They're all parts of you that, and Lilith, she is with me right now. She's like yelling. These are all parts of you that need to be integrated in order for you to truly find your path to where you're going. And I'm going to use religion again. If religion is what this conditioning was, it's hard to shed yourself of decades, in some cases, decades of conditioning that told you you're not good enough, you're evil, you're bad, you were born with sin, and the only way you can repent is by admitting you're sinful. It's conditioning, it's propaganda, it's something that's been in your mind for so long on that backtrack, even if you didn't realize it. So it's not just a simple decision to say I'm not going to go down that path anymore. It takes shedding, deconditioning, unlearning to then relearn who you are. And ultimately that's the path you're on right now, because these beautiful cards wouldn't come out in this first spread if that isn't the case. And again, the Empress, the World, the Three of Cups, the Ten of Cups, and then our beautiful reverse cards, High Priestess, Ten of Pentacles. And again, the reverse message of these is about relinquishing control, rebranding how success means to you, and allowing that dark, divine, feminine energy just be wild. Uncage that side of yourself. And it's so funny, these two spreads. It's literally like, this is the power you're stepping into, this first part, and this is the power that is still trying to hold you back. And it's ultimately just allowing yourself to recognize that this ultimately has no control over you. This has no control over you any longer. And again, it's a choice you have to make, a conscious and an unconscious choice. And the more we consciously accept it, the more we're training our unconscious brain. So just keep your thoughts at bay, and when you find your mind racing or giving into fear or anxiety or thinking about the past, stop thought. Stop thought. If you're ruminating, if your mind's racing, stop thought. Bring yourself back to the present moment. Ground in the present moment. Be here in the present moment. And if you have to do this once every 30 seconds until it becomes habit, do it. Do what you have to do. Because with every time you stop thought, you stop the rumination, you stop the anxiety in its tracks and bring yourself back to the present moment, you are tapping into this divine feminine energy that is awakening within you to show you your power. Not only that, to show you your connection with the universe, not just with this singular boxed in God that we've been taught is the holy whatever for all of the patriarchal existence. Oh, I have chills. Gemini, November is about stepping into your power, but again, I'm emphasizing it's going to be 5 steps forward, 2 steps back, 6 steps forward, 1 step back. You're going to be making forward strides, but don't be hard on yourself when you catch your mind going back there. And I think it's going to be your mind. Your body's going to be like so excited to move towards this new power, this new thing. You will feel just like elevated, like you're being dragged towards this thing, this newness, this power, this energy. And it's going to be your mind that's like, but wait. And that's when you're like, shh, no, no, we're going. You're going to get in the passenger seat, play the music. Don't talk to me. Like, don't talk to me. But ultimately, you are stepping into your power. And I'm really excited to see what you do with it and how it goes for you. Ooh. But with all of that said, of course, this was a general reading, so it's possible not everything resonated. If that is the case, check out my website linked in the bio below. You can book directly with me for tarot, astrology, and human design readings. Numerology is coming soon, so stay tuned for that if you are interested. And if you did like this reading at all, leave a like, leave a comment, tell me how it resonated. I would love to hear about it. And of course, we do this every single month for all of the signs. So if you want to keep up with your upcoming tarot forecast for the month ahead, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I would love to see you guys here in the future. But again, Gemini, oh my God, this energy is palpable. I have chills all over my body. But it's just going to be about not letting this side control you. And again, it's not about destroying this side, even though the tower, as I said at the tower pulse, it's not about destroying this side of yourself. It's not about destroying it. It's about integrating it. It's about saying, you've kept me safe for my whole life. And I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful for that. But it's time that I step into my own power. I don't need you to keep me safe anymore. I need you to just walk with me. And we'll protect each other. Just walk with me. Hold my hand. Be by my side. Don't be my bodyguard. Be my partner in this. Bring unity. Integrate all parts of your being into one. Whew. Chills again. Gemini, I love you guys. And you got this. I believe in you. And your power. And you should too.